and welcome to Intro to Essential Oils. My name is Christina Ellis, and I am technically the oiled equestrian. Whether you are here to learn more about essential oils for yourself or how you can get started to help use them for your horses, today's class is for you. If you are not familiar with who I am located in southeastern Wisconsin, and I travel and teach intro to essential oil classes for everyone. I do themed classes such as essential oils, crystals, and chakras. I've also done essential oils for the horse and rider, as well as recipe classes. I do make intakes. So I do travel, and my main goal is to educate and teach, because there is everywhere you go, you can find an essential oil. And I remember, knowing enough about essential oils to find, to utilize them in a safe and effective way, but didn't know enough about them to where I felt comfortable using them. So I've been there, and I'm familiar with that feeling. So it has been a big goal of mine to be available and to do these classes and share the information so that way others don't feel the way that I did. So why use essential oils? Well, essential oils, or the use of them, is not something that is new. And plants have been used effectively for therapeutic benefits throughout history. Man used plants to meet basic needs way prehistory, before any documented, history. Frankincense is mentioned in the Bible. Frankincense and myrrh, to be exact, was given to Jesus as a gift. In 1910, we learned that lavender can be used to soothe skin. In 1943, Jean Valnet used oils on injured soldiers. Back in 3500 BC, Egyptians used plant extracts for health, cosmetic, and religious purposes. And in the early 1900s, we saw this, swing of pharmaceutical companies, and modern medicine was developed. Epidemics in early 1900s were spread, including flu, polio, smallpox, and so vaccines emerged. And so we saw this switch from using more natural, holistic, sources of support for our health and wellness, to using, going to the doctor and getting a pill, so to speak. I have noticed over the last 20 years or so that there's this large upswing to finding a more safer, more effective health solution, and more natural, non-toxic. You see more, labels like non-GMOs and all of that. So we've become more health conscious about what we are putting on and in our bodies, which is great. So why would we want to use an essential oil? So they are natural. So what are essential oils? So they are natural aromatic compounds, which can be found in seeds, flowers, bark, rind, and other parts of plants, which are extracted and distilled for a variety of benefits. They are effective because they work with the body to address root causes on a cellular level. And there are hundreds of different compounds that provide complex and versatile ability to combat threats without building up resistance. So a lot of medications we take, we have to, change the dosage or switch medications altogether because they no longer are effective. And so this screen right here, I'm showing a bottle of peppermint. And that peppermint is 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is as potent as 28 cups of peppermint tea. All right, so you need a very small amount when we're using essential oils. And they're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. We can use peppermint to cool our bodies, to stay alert, relieve tension, open airways, and soothe the digestion. So peppermint is very useful. It's one of our top oils because you can use it for a lot of different things. So we do have essential oil grades are not regulated well by the FDA. And so that means you can go to your local Walmart or your local drugstore and you can find bottles of essential oil. Generally, you can find them in your candle aisle because according to the FDA, they are more a smell or a candle type product, and which is a shame. But a lot of the times the oils that they do have are not pure. The bottle may say it's 100% pure, but when they take it back to the lab and test it, it can be 100% pure oil, but it may not be, let's say it says 100% lavender. When they take it back to the test, it may not even be a lavender-like substance. It could, or a lavender, pure lavender, it could be a lavender-like substance that smells similarly to lavender. It could have toxins added to it, pesticides, just chemicals to fill it, petroleum products. I mean, it's very sad. And so the company that I get my oils from, which is doTERRA, they created a grade. Okay, it's their own grade. A lot of people, there's some, people who aren't too happy about it. But what they wanted to do, and the purpose of it, is they wanted to stand out and they wanted to raise the bar when it comes to oil quality. So they created certified pure therapeutic grade, which means that plants are harvested in their natural habitat. We have stringent third-party testing of every batch to ensure powerful benefits without harmful side effects. And they are beyond organic. They're verified pure, free of fillers, pesticides, and foreign contaminants. They also went an extra step forward and also created Source to You website where you can actually, the bottom of all of their bottles has a special code, and you can enter that code in and see the reports for that particular batch for yourself, which is great. And then, as I mentioned, there are a couple different grades of essential oils, which doesn't necessarily mean much in regards to FDA and safety. If it's synthetic, that means it's a toxic chemical, and it's a fragrance that you can find in shampoos, lotions, perfumes, and air fresheners. They're used strictly for smell. All right, and you can have a food grade essential oil, which can be used in cooking extracts, dressings, and chewing gum. All right, they use the essential oil for smell and flavor. We have therapeutic grade essential oils, which, as I mentioned, it has unregulated standard, which leads to misleading label claims, compromised quality, and marginal health benefits. So they're used for smell, flavor, aromatherapy, and massage. And then the certified pure therapeutic grade, we consider it as the highest quality because no other company goes that extra mile to create a higher standard as we do. And our oils provide extensive shelf life and are safe for all uses. So that would be internal, topical and aromatic use. So, and you can use it for smell, flavor, massage, and natural health. So this chart that I have on here is just showing a map of where a lot of our oils are sourced from. And you can see they come from all over the world because another part of doTERRA's business model is called co-impact sourcing. And with co-impact sourcing, what that means is that they believe, and I totally agree with this, is that, for instance, an orange, if you grow it in an area that it is indigenous to, for instance, let's say Florida, and you let it grow there where it should grow and where it naturally grows, that orange is going to have a better taste, a better smell, and it's going to have better therapeutic qualities to it than if you were to force it to grow, let's say here in Wisconsin, under lights and, stress, put stress on it and force it to grow in an area that it generally wouldn't want to grow. Okay, so the same thing runs true with our co-impact sourcing. So we believe that where the plant grows indigenously is where it should be harvested. So this means, in addition to us getting a high quality essential oil, we're also helping support developing countries. A lot of the families have, they pass the skills on how to grow these plants and get essential oils from generation to generation, and we're able to give them a living wage. In addition to a living wage, they're getting, a lot of places they're not necessarily feeling safe. We're able to give them a safe working environment where they're getting fair pay for the work that they do. We've helped, for instance, in Haiti, they had the earthquake and they lost all of their vetiver crop. And doTERRA came in and helped them rebuild their school, helped them build a hospital. They helped get them an ambulance, gave them trying to think of the word right off the top of my head right now, an advance in their crop for the following year and a pay. So they were able to pay, feed their families and just focus in on taking care of rebuilding their crop or, the plants, so they had a good crop the following year in previous years moving forward. So that's just stuff that doTERRA does. And we do a lot of humanitarian work, especially through the Healing Hands Foundation. We also have HOPE, which helps with sex trafficking. We have a HOPE roller bottle blend, and on the inside they were giving it to girls in developing countries that were victims of sex trafficking. And if they pulled the label off, there was information on how they could get help and to get out of that situation through what they call the Underground Railroad. So as I mentioned, doTERRA does some really amazing humanitarian work in addition to helping us support our families and ourselves with essential oils. All right, and then as I mentioned, this is a nice little chart that goes over the different ways that we use essential oils. So this is our lifestyle chart. We're going to start at the bottom. The most important part of our lifestyle is eating right. And the quote that I like to share with you is that we either feed disease or we feed our bodies so it can fight disease. So whatever you put in your body, you want to, before you even put it in your body, think to yourself, is this going to feed disease or help me fight disease? The second part of having a healthy lifestyle is exercise. We don't want to sit still. We want to keep moving, keep our joints, going, our muscles from getting tight, to help lower our blood pressure and, everything our doctors tell us to do. We also want to rest and manage stress. Okay, but we also want to reduce toxic load, and we can do that by using non-toxic products in our homes and on our bodies. You know, our skin is our largest organ, and every time we put something on our skin, if it's not a natural product, it's got to feed through your kidneys and your liver, and your body has to work hard to push it, you know, get it out of your system. All right, so we do have a lot of stuff for all 4 of those bars right there. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But we also, as far as healthcare, we want to have informed self-care. You know, it's just by listening in on this class and joining me today, you are taking that first step into informed self-care. And then at the top, we have proactive medical care. That would be, you have your essential oils and you're using them. You know, I use them in the morning. Sometimes I get too busy and I forget, but I have them with me. You know, if I need them, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need this. And, you know, instead of reaching for, you know, over-the-counter medication or immediately calling my doctor to make an appointment because I think something's coming, you know, my body's fighting something, I am proactive, and I'm able to, you know, diffuse oils in my house to help cleanse and sanitize my air, purify my air. I'm able to, we have capsules. I can take oils internally. I roll stuff in the bottoms of my feet. If I feel like, you know, I need an immune boost. So those are just some, you know, very simple day-to-day things that I do to help prevent me from needing to go to the doctor. Now, obviously, I'm not saying, you know, this is the cure-all, fix-all for everything, because it's not, and I still go to see my doctor for checkups and stuff, but I can tell you that I went from going on a monthly basis to my doctor to not needing to go for up to a year to a year and a half, and that was pretty much just because insurance required me to do so. So, you know, you have to have your annual checkups, blah, blah, blah. So I went from very much needing to use, you know, needing my doctor to I need her, or I have her available to me when I need her. All right, so moving back down, all right, so reducing toxic load, doTERRA, in addition to having essential oils, we actually have shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, body wash, hand soap, laundry detergent, you know, like stuff that, especially our laundry detergent, because it's going to touch the most part of our bodies, and then our body has to turn around and process it. All right, resting and managing stress. If you're a parent, you totally get this one. All right, we need a full night's rest, and we have a restful blend, which is called Serenity, that I like to use in the diffuser when I am sleeping, and I use it in the diffuser about 30 minutes for my kids to go to sleep, help them fall asleep. All right, so we do have lots of different oils that we can use. We have an emotional care line, actually, where they come either in a 55 milliliter bottle or a roller bottle, so you can take it with you on the go. You can put it in the diffuser, and it's good emotional support to help us relax. We've got peace, forgive, console. Those are really good ones for trying to let go of the day. If it was a horrible day, you know, I like to use forgive because it kind of helps me just clear that stuff out and let me focus on good, positive things. Okay. Exercise. If we are hurting, we don't want to work out, right? We don't want to get up. We don't want to get out of bed. We don't want to go to the gym. All right. But we do have Careline. We have Deep Blue, so which comes in an oil. It comes in a rub. It comes in a capsule. The oil isn't in a capsule. It's actually a blend of herbs that helps with joint and muscle discomfort. All right, so we do have those. In addition to, we have Aroma Touch Technique. We have Aroma Touch Blend, which is probably, that one's my favorite, which has marjoram in it. You think marjoram, think anything muscle and joint. We have Copaiba, which is really good for discomfort. and nerve discomfort. So we have a lot of different products. You can even put marjoram on some Himalayan sea salt, put it in your bathtub and soak. I mean, it's, you know, it sure beats going to the doctor for prescription medication that isn't going to be good for you in long term. Okay, and then eating right. So we also have Slim and Sassy shakes and meal replacement options to us, as well as our Lifelong Vitality, which has Microplex VMZ, Alpha CRS Plus, and XE Omegas. We have a vegan option as well. I use the VE Omega. So we have Omegas, a cellular vitality complex, and food nutrient complex. So you're getting, I personally am vegetarian, so you know, it's very important to me that I have a whole diet, which no matter how much you eat and how well you eat, you're not going to get the best nutrition, especially with the food choices that we have today. It's just a sad fact, all right? And by utilizing the Lifelong Vitality, it helps fill in those gaps that I may have in my diet. Okay, so before we move on, I want you to just take a moment to think, you know, and write. You can write this down as well. What are your top health concerns? How long has this been an issue? And the most important thing is, what is this costing you? Okay, so I'm going to give you just a couple seconds to think about that and write it down. Okay. So as I mentioned, we want to be prepared, all right, and take care of our bodies in a simple yet healthy way. So for instance, we have lavender, which is helpful for soothing. We have Purify, which is good for disinfecting or cleansing the air. We have On Guard products, which is all immune boosting. And I'm going to go through this stuff as well in just a moment. It's good thing Protect. Okay, it's our protection blend. Frankincense is great for strengthening our body and our immune system. Slim and Sassy is our metabolic blend. So it's really good for like promoting or boosting our metabolism. Clary Calm is our women's blend for support, especially for monthly support. If you get the gist, get what I'm talking about there. Breathe helps give us feelings of open airways. Past tense helps us to relax. Peppermint, as pictured here, helps cool the body. Aroma Touch is good for massage. Serenity is good for relaxing. Citrus Bliss is invigorating. Deep Blue is good for relieving, as I mentioned, muscle and joint discomfort. Balance is our grounding blend. It's good for emotions, grounding emotions. Lemon is good cleansing oil, as well as many of our citrus oils. Digestin is good for settling tummies. Oregano is good for fighting off yuck and crud. Melaleuca is good for combating that as well. All right, so then I'm just going to move on, okay, to peppermint. So some of our, I'm going to go over, I think I have 10 different oils and oil blends listed here. So peppermint It helps promote healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. You can take it internally, and it helps reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. You can apply topically to relieve feelings of tension, diffuse when feeling fatigued or low on energy. Peppermint and wild orange go really well together. Just a little tidbit there. And you can use it, so if you haven't gotten the gist of it yet, we can use it aromatically, topically, and internally. You will want to dilute for young or sensitive skin because it is potent. Don't forget that part. Lavender helps ease feelings of tension, can help soothe occasional skin irritation. You can add a few drops of lavender to pillows, bedding, or your bottom of your feet for a restful night's sleep. You can also put in a diffuser. And you can add to bath water to soak away stress or apply to temples and the back of the neck. And this is also one that you can use aromatically, topically, and internally. And there's a new vocabulary word for today is neat, which means it can be used topically with no dilution. Okay, when we say dilution, we're talking fractionated coconut oil or organic coconut oil. So the difference between is that fractionated means it stays a liquid, which makes it super easy to use, versus, you know, the typical coconut oil that you see in the store, which is hard. You got to kind of scoop it out, warm it up in your hand before you can use it. Either way, whichever works for you. We have grapeseed oil. You know, if you're desperate and you need something, you can use vegetable oil from your kitchen. It's not, you know, the end of the world, so to speak. But you do want to dilute it. If it doesn't say neat, it's an oil that you would want to dilute before putting it on the skin. Lavender is actually probably one of my favorites because I like to blend it in my lemonade. And for me, it is amazing. It is my favorite drink, is lavender infused lemonade. To me, it's better than wine because I'm not a drinker. And it's good, calming, soothing, relaxing. I can then get in the car and drive and not have to worry about all that, you know, humbug, you know, hullabaloo and such. With that goes with, you know, obviously you don't want to drink and drive. I love my lavender lemonade. It helps on road trips. I purposely make a batch and bring it with us because the kids are always fighting in the back seat. Husband's wanting to listen to some, you know, rock music. My ears are ringing and I'm just want to relax in the car. So this is my go-to, is the lavender infused lemonade. But lavender can be used if you have skin irritation from something else, bug bites, you know, rash, you know, anything, you know, I had a little cut on my finger the other day and I put lavender over it, and it, you know, soothed it almost right away. So it's good stuff. We have lemon. Now our citrus oils, something to keep in mind. So a lot of people think, oh, it's citrus, it's going to hurt our teeth. I actually got this from my own dentist because I talked to my own dentist about this. And because this citrus oil comes from the rind or the peel of the fruit, it doesn't have the acid that would hurt your teeth. The acid is actually in the actual fruit, not in its peel or its rind. All right, and that's for all of our citrus oils. All right, just something to keep in mind. So we have lemon, which helps cleanse and purify the air and surfaces. It naturally cleanses the body and aids in digestion. It helps support a healthy respiratory function, and you can diffuse to promote a positive mood. So far we've done peppermint, lavender, and lemon. All three of them together are really good for battling seasonal threats. And we actually sell a product called Tri-Ease, which has all three oils in a capsule that you can take internally. So like whenever I start feeling like, you know, start feeling stuffy, or I feel like, uh-oh, you know, it's that time of the year, you know, you have the mold outside or whatever it is that your body is sensitive to, I will just pop one of those in the morning and, you know, as needed. Generally, I do one in the morning and the one in the afternoon, and I'm good to go. And I've been able to stay off my medication and not have to run to the doctor, as I mentioned, for almost a year and a half. So actually it has been over a year and a half. So it's cool stuff. And it has helped financially. You think of how often it takes to go, or what it costs to go into the doctor's office every time, you know, whether you have co-pays or, you know, whatever it is. And it's kept me from, you know, it saved my family a lot of money. We'll put it that way. You can also put a drop in an 8-ounce glass of water to help cleanse your body and aid in digestion. And you can put 1 to 2 drops of lemon on sticky residues to remove from surfaces. I don't know where my kids come up with this stuff, but I'm always finding something sticky on my countertop, my chairs in my kitchen, the kitchen table, my car. I don't even know where they find some of this stuff, but I have used lemon to remove that residue. And then with lemon, you can take it aromatically, topically, or internally. And it is one that you can be used topically with no dilution. However, any of our citrus oils are photosensitive. So you wouldn't want to use it on your skin and then go out in the sun or go, you know, tanning or anything like that, because it will burn your skin. We have Balance, which is our grounding blend. And because it's a grounding blend, it helps promote a whole body sense of relaxation, evokes feelings of tranquility and balance. You can use before bed for a restful night's sleep. I like to add to my wrists, my neck, and the bottoms of my feet to help ease anxious feelings. This is not one that you can use internally, but you can use it aromatically and topically, and it can be used topically with no dilution. Little tip here is you can diffuse in your car during road trips to create a calm environment. So Balance and Serenity, or lavender in my car, along with my lavender lemonade, gets us from point A to point B with the least amount of stress. So Aroma Touch is our massage blend. You can rub on shoulders to release feelings of tension. It has comforting and relaxing benefits, and you can add to Epsom salt and enjoy soaking in a hot bath. As I mentioned, it is something that you would use topically and neat, so you don't need dilution, but it's not something that I would necessarily put in a diffuser, or you definitely don't want to take it internally. And we have Digestin, which is our digestive blend. You can add to water or tea to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. It helps reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. And then you can have it on hand when enjoying heavy holiday meals to promote digestion. This particular oil you can use aromatically, topically, and internally, and neat, so you can use it topically without dilution. So Breathe is our respiratory blend. You can apply topically to the chest, and breathe deeply to enjoy a cooling, invigorating vapor. It helps minimize the effects of seasonal threats. And when loud noises are keeping you up at night, you can diffuse for a calming effect that promotes a restful night's sleep. So this is one that you wouldn't take internally, but you can use it aromatically and topically. And you would want to dilute for sensitive skin or young skin. We have On Guard, which is our protective blend. It is an effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. It helps support the body's natural antioxidant defenses, helps support a healthy respiratory function, and you can diffuse to help cleanse the air. And it is also one that you can use aromatically, topically, and internally, and can be used topically with no dilution. Okay, so before we end today, I just want to go over the 2 ways that you can order doTERRA products. So the first way is retail, which you would order through a wellness advocate like myself, and it would get shipped directly to you. You can order whenever you would like, but it is 25% above wholesale. Okay, so you are paying more, and you're missing out on continuing education. We have free make and takes for our wholesale members. We do Wellness Wednesday classes, which is done right online. You know, you're missing out on, you know, giveaways and drawings and freebies, and we have a lot of fun in our group. The second way is wholesale. So you would receive 25% below retail. Membership is $35 or free with any enrollment kit. So if you enroll with an enrollment kit, that $35 fee is waived, and you're actually also getting below wholesale cost for the oils that are in your kit. Okay, so these three that I have listed here, they're like our top most popular kits. So we have the AromaTouch Diffused Kit, which is $150 plus tax and shipping. You get 8 of the oils that we went over today, as well as fractionated coconut oil and a diffuser. And it is a $32 savings below if you were to pay for them separately at wholesale cost. So you're actually saving an additional $32. Plus the $35 membership fee. So you're actually saving more than that when all is said and done. Okay, then we have our emotional diffused kit, which has, let me see if I can remember this, cheer, passion, motivate, forgive, I forgot what purple is, console, and peace, plus the diffuser, which is $295 plus tax and shipping. Whoop, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, so then we also have our family, which one is that one? It's Family Essentials Kit, which comes with all of the oils shown, as well as our On Guard and peppermint beadlets. So that's oils that you can use for when you're on the go. And then the best way to get started, if you ask me, is the Natural Solutions Kit. It is $550 plus tax and shipping, but it is a savings of $98, and you get 100 product credits right off the bat and start at 15% in rewards. Okay, and everything you see there is everything that you would need to get started in a more natural household. So we have our top oils, as well as the On Guard hand wash, the shampoo. Actually, I take that back. The shampoo is not in there, but you have the hand wash, the toothpaste, Deep Blue Rub, the face wash, Terrazyme, which is like an enzyme for digestional support. We've got the Breathe Stick, the Lifelong Vitality with the 3 different vitamins. You have a diffuser. You have a little nice wooden case to store your oils in it. We have Caractex, which is like a wound cream, Past Tense, and Clary Calm. And so it has probably the best savings out of all of them, but we do understand that everyone has different needs, and I personally started with the $35 membership and added to it, which cost me a pretty penny when all is said and done, because I have almost every oil that I have collected over the last couple years here. But when all is said and done, I mean, you need to do what's best for you and your budget, because we would rather you get started on the right path. If you're not able to just jump in and go for it, you know, that's fine. But we just want to make sure that you have the education and know how to use the stuff that you order. All right, so I do have additional webinars at theoiledequestrian.com, and you just go to education and classes. I believe there's a tab at the top that says that. And so you just click on it. I have a whole list of, first of all, it's my schedule. So if you were interested in hosting a class and earning free products for yourself, we can totally do that. But on the left side, I have a whole list of webinars, recorded webinars that you can visit and watch and learn more on like the different topics and how we can use essential oils. All right, if you decide that you would like to enroll today, just for taking the time to listen to the class and learn about essential oils. By enrolling, in the next 2 days, you will actually receive an intro kit from me, which would be a small 5 milliliter bottle of lemon, lavender, and peppermint, as well as a little resource guide it kind of helps. I call it the cheat sheet, but it kind of, you look and say, okay, I have this going on and I need an oil for this, and it'll tell you which oil to use. So feel free to reach out to me, and thank you again for taking the time to learn more about essential oils, and I hope you have a great day.